Hello and welcome to my Game Week 21 League 2 predictions. If you do like the League 2 predictions, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. And yeah, let's just jump straight into my League 2 Game Week 21 predictions. So we start with 3 on Friday night then as Barrow take on Cheltenham in the first one on Friday night at the Legal Stadium. Barrow haven't won a game in their last 5 matches. Cheltenham have won 3 out of their last 5 and did draw at home to Harrogate at the weekend. Of course, not too bad from Steve Cottrell's side since he's come in as head coach. Of course, they'll be probably ruining their best chances at the weekend. Should have beaten Harrogate, I think, in my eyes, in that one. Barrow did grab a decent point away at Gillingham last time out, but it's still looking a bit crap for them at the moment. 18th sit Barrow, 19th sit Cheltenham. Head-to-head record last Sunday play was a 3-2 home win for Cheltenham over Barrow in League 2 on the 15th of February, 5th of October last year. 2-1 home win for Barrow over Cheltenham in that one. Yeah, I think Barrow have done okay Cheltenham have done okay since Steve Cottrell's come in, sorry. But yeah, their away form is still a bit rubbish. Difficult one to call this one. I am going to back a draw though between these two sides. I don't think either side look particularly good in League 2 this season. So yeah, I'm backing a 1-1 draw between Barrow and Cheltenham in this one. I don't think there's going to be a lot to separate them, and I think they'll just both cancel each other out. So 1-1 in this one. Cambridge versus Accrington now. Cambridge United need to win this one. Well, they don't need to win this one. They've had 4 draws on the spin. Still a point off the players, but they can win this. If they do win this, they go into those playoff places if other results go their way, of course. 4 draws on the spin to Bristol Rovers, Stockport. That was in the Cup. Chesterfield and MK Dons in there as well. Decent for Neil Harris's side. They do take on Birmingham shortly after the festive period in the FA Cup. Accrington did lose at home to Bromley at the weekend. Not great for them. Another Friday night game, this one. Cambridge will be looking to win this just because, well, they've had 4 draws on the spin in all comps, and they'll just look to win this. Their home form has been pretty good this season. And yeah, I'm going to back Cambridge to get back to winning ways in this one. I'm going for a nice 2-0 home Cambridge win over Accrington in this one. I just think Cambridge might just have a bit too much quality for Accrington, and yeah, Accrington's away form isn't great. So yeah, 2-0 to Cambridge over Accrington in this one. Crewe versus Bristol Rovers is the final Friday night game here on the 19th of December. 4-1 away win for Crewe over Tranmere in this, previously at the weekend. Crewe showing why they could still be a playoff team come the end of the season. They moved just within a point of Chesterfield now. The Bristol Rovers just sacked Darrell Clark at the weekend with their 3-0 home loss to Swindon, where both teams had 10 men in that one. Head-to-heads look like this. 4-2 away win for Bristol Rovers last Sunday play in the FA Cup. 1-0 away win for Crewe back in League 1 was the last time these sides played on the 1st of May 2021. 19th of January 2021 was a 3-2 home win for Crewe Alexandra in that one. 4 wins for Crewe, 0 draws, 1 win for Bristol Rovers. I think Crewe probably should win this. I am going to back Crewe to win this. I'm going for a nice 3-1 home win for Crewe Alexandra to get back-to-back wins, and they'll have scored 7 goals in 2 games if they do what I've backed them to. So yeah, 3-1 to Crewe over Bristol Rovers here. Into the half-12 games, then we go on the Saturday as Bromley take on Grimsby, what should be a good game, really, with Bromley doing really well at the moment. Grimsby starting to fall off a little bit, although the table looks like, I don't know, Grimsby are 10th and Bromley are 11th. At the moment, which I thought they'd slump down a bit more than that. To be honest, I thought Grimsby sat 14th, if I'm honest. Maybe that was the home form I was looking at, but yeah, weird. Anyway, yeah, Grimsby do sit 14th. I don't know what the table was reading, something completely different. Anyway, 14th sit Grimsby at the moment. Bromley sit 4th. Maybe that was last season's table. At the moment, yeah, Bromley will be looking to win this. 4 wins out of their last 5. Only defeat came at Walsall. Grimsby did lose at home to Notts County, which isn't great after what happened at the weekend. If they do lose this Grimsby, there will be a lot of pressure on David Artell and a lot of pressure for him to deliver. Bromley have been impeccable at home this season. I am going to back Bromley to win this. I'm going to go for a nice 2-1 home Bromley win in this one. I think they might just have a bit too much quality over Grimsby. Grimsby been on a bit of a bad run recently. So yeah, going to back Bromley to win this by 2-1. Into the other half-12 game we go, and it's an absolute belter. It's first versus second, or top versus second, I should say. 3 wins on the bouts for Notts County over Bristol Rovers, MK Dons and Grimsby. No slouch teams in there. Maybe Bristol Rovers you can beat easily, but they've still won 3 on the bounce, have Notts County. Walsall won 4 out of their last 5, including all competitions. They did draw at home to Shrewsbury, which was probably 2 points dropped out the weekend. Head-to-heads look like this against Notts County. Did beat them on the 1st of January by 2-1 last time out on New Year's Day, and then back out on the 3rd of December at Walsall was a 3-2 home win for Walsall in that one. 4 wins for Notts County, 4 draws, 6 wins for Matt Sadler's Walsall. Is Kano going to be firing again for Walsall? I think Walsall, this will be a great game. I'll go back at Desmond, go back at 2-2 in this one between these two sides. I think they have shown that they are capable of scoring a lot of goals, both of these sides. And yeah, I'm going back at 2-2 in this one between these two. Into the 3 o'clockers we go then, the 7 of them that there are. Barnet take on Salford in what should be another great game at the Hive. Barnet do sit 13th, but they have been okay. Well, I wouldn't say they've been okay at home, but yeah, Salford City as well under Carl Robinson. Yeah, difficult one to call this. Both do sit 13th in the home and away form respectively, so will be difficult to call. Last time they play was in the National League 3-1 away win for Salford back in 2018. 0-0 draw between the sides in 2019. One draw and 1 win for Salford. Barnet will be looking to win this, you'd hope, because they do need to start winning some games. They do sit 13th in the table, which isn't amazing. They'll definitely be looking to improve their home form coming into this, or just before this. They will be looking to improve it. Are they going to improve it here against the Salford side that sit in the playoffs? You know what? I'm going to back Barnet to win this. I'm going for a 3-2 home win. I think there'll be a few goals in this one, just due to the attacking nature of both teams. So, yeah, 3-2 for Dean Brennan's side over a Salford side in this one. So, yeah, 3-2 Barnet over Salford. Colchester versus Newport. Now then, both sides haven't been great recently in the last couple of games. I should say, well, Newport just sit bottom at the moment, don't they, of League 2, and quite away bottom at the moment. It's 12th versus 24th. Colchester very unlucky to lose at the weekend. 4-3 result ended in a loss away at Salford City. Of course, Newport losing at home to Fleetwood. Newport have been crap all season long. Really haven't got clicking. Haven't got any wins haven't pulled any good run of results together. They've got a couple of wins here and there, but nothing big, of course. But yeah, last time they played was 2-0 away for Colchester on the 12th of April. Then back on the 14th of December was a 0-0 draw. 7 wins for Colchester, 5 draws, 6 wins for Newport. Yeah, Newport looked dreadful at the moment, but then their away form isn't too bad, is it? I'm actually going to back a draw in this one. I'm going to back a 1-1. May come of a surprise to you, but I am backing a 1-1 draw between Colchester and Newport in this one. Yeah, I just see it. Newport's away form isn't as bad as their home form is, and they're a lot better away than they are at home or at Rodney Parade. So yeah, back in a 1-1 draw in this one. Fleetwood Gillingham is next, and Fleetwood will look to win this at Highbury, of course, after the good win over Newport at the weekend by 2-0. Gillingham have drawn their last 5 on the trot, to Crawley, to Barnet, to Shrewsbury, to Colchester and to Barrow in there as well in all competitions. Last time they did play, Fleetwood was a 2-1 home loss for Gillingham over Fleetwood, getting their way win over them there. 0-0 draw back at Fleetwood on the 24th of August 2024. 9 wins for Fleetwood, 6 draws, 4 wins for Gillingham. Yeah, difficult to call. Gillingham sit 10th, Fleetwood sit 11th. Nothing to separate these two sides. I'm actually going to back a Fleetwood win in this one. Go for a 2-1 home Fleetwood win over Gillingham in this one. And yeah, I think Fleetwood will get over the line against the Gillingham side that still, I don't think, look particularly great in my eyes. I just don't think, I don't think they've been playing well personally in the last couple of weeks. But who am I to say anything of a team? 2-1 to Fleetwood in this one over Gillingham. And yeah, Fleetwood, good home win for them. Harrogate versus MK Dons now then at the Exercise Stadium, and they'll both be getting plenty of exercise in this one, no pun intended. Harrogate away, draw away at Cheltenham, that's probably a decent point if you look at it big picture. MK Dons took on Cambridge and got a point there. That's probably 2 drop points for MK Dons. They'll be looking to win this away at Harrogate though. 5th place for MK Dons at the moment. Harrogate just sitting not pretty above that bottom 3 with just ahead of Bristol Rovers actually on goal difference. 2-1 home win for MK Dons over Harrogate. Last time they did play on the 28th of January, 5-1 away win for MK Dons over Harrogate on the 1st of October last year, of course. Very difficult to call. MK Dons sit 4th at the moment. Harrogate sit 22nd. Yeah, on the home and away form. Harrogate sit 22nd, MK Dons sit 4th on the away form and home form respectively. I'm going to back MK Dons to win this by a 1-0. I think Harrogate will make it difficult, but I think MK Dons will just plug through in this one and grab a 1-0 win in this one. Oldham versus Tranmere now then. Oldham will be looking to win this because they've got a tough couple of games coming up, I think, over festive period. But then Oldham aren't doing particularly great at the moment, as expected. I think I expected a little bit more from Oldham this season, but they still do sit 16th. But do let me know in the comments where you expected to finish this season, Oldham fans, because I think you are underperforming. Anyway, scrap that. 2-2 draw last time out away at Crawley. I think it was a good fight back from them. They did lead in that game, but then couldn't hold on. Unfortunately, Tranmere losing 4-1 home to Crewe might kill the momentum of Tranmere in that one. 15th sit Tranmere, 16th sit Oldham. Last time did play in a head table was in the FA Cup. 2-1 away win for Oldham on the 2nd of November 2024. League 2 was the last time to play, and it was in 2022. 2-0 home win for Tranmere. They also did beat Oldham on the 7th of December 2021 by a 0-0. 4 wins for Oldham, 5 draws, 8 wins for Tranmere. Difficult one to call again. I'm going to back again, really difficult. You know what? I'm actually going to back Tranmere to win this. We'll go for a nice 2-1 away Tranmere win over Oldham in this one. I think Tranmere's away form has been quite good this season. So yeah, I'm going to back them for a 2-1 away win over Oldham in this one. Shrewsbury versus Chesterfield is the penultimate game of the match week. Shrewsbury, well, getting a decent point away at Walsall last time. They got a decent point at home to Grimsby before that as well. Chesterfield did beat Barnet by 3 goals to 1, kind of win Chesterfield needed after their poor run of form. Maybe they can start to kick some results in together. Chesterfield did improve that home form. They are 5th in the table. Shrewsbury in the away form do sit 23rd. This is surely, that is the wrong thing I'm looking at. But yeah, Chesterfield will be looking to win this under Paul Cook. Well, just because they need to keep that playoff hunt going at the moment, but they aren't the best away from home. Sit 14th at the table, and Shrewsbury sit 16th in there as well. Shrewsbury are okay. They do love drawing a game. I could see another draw happening here in this one for Michael Appleton and his side. He hasn't been great at Shrewsbury so far. Yeah, I'm just going to back a draw in this one. Go back another 1-1 between Shrewsbury and a Chesterfield side in this one. So yeah, 1-1 in this one, and yeah, that's about it. So yeah, 1-1 between Shrewsbury and Chesterfield in this one. Swindon versus Crawley is the final game of the match week we are predicting. Yeah, Swindon beating Bristol Rovers, sacking Darryl Clark in that one. They did lose at home to Cheltenham, which was a bit of a surprise. I think that was in the Virtue Trophy anyway, and it was in League 2. They did lose at home. That's why Swindon have dropped down to 3rd. Ian Holloway's side still doing very, very well for themselves, trying to get promoted to League 1, and if he can, Ian Holloway keep them there is the big question if they do get promoted this season. Head-to-heads look like this. Last time they played Crawley, 4-2 winners for Crawley over Swindon in the Carabao Cup. 3-1 home win for Crawley over Swindon on the 1st of January 2024. 6-0 winners the previous year in 2023 on the 26th of August. 6 wins for Swindon, 7 draws, 9 wins for Crawley. Crawley have had the better in the head-to-heads. Swindon aren't as good as they are away from home, but they are still pretty good at home, and Crawley's away record is absolutely honking. So yeah, I'm going to back Swindon to win this by 2-0, get a nice comfortable win over Crawley in this one. So yes, Swindon to win by 2-0 over Crawley in this one. Thank you very much for watching my Game Week 21 League 2 predictions. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we'll be back for League 1 predictions tomorrow, so don't forget to stay tuned for that. And yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll speak to you all on the next one.